Let's see what we have in part 1. We are given y to be equal to ln of 1 plus e to the power of x, and we are supposed to prove this differential equation with dy dx. So I'm going to take this and let's just differentiate this with respect to x. So on the left hand side it is going to be dy dx, and on the right hand side it is going to be 1 over 1 plus e to the power of x multiplied by differentiation of this through chain rule. It is e to the power of x again. Multiplying this across to the other side, we have a 1 plus e to the power of x multiplied with dy dx, and on the right hand side we have a e to the power of x, and if we were to shift this over to the left hand side, we will have a 1 plus e to the power of x, then dy dx, this minus e to the power of x, this is equal to 0, and this is what the question wants us to show. Here we are supposed to find the Maclaurin series for y up to and including the x squared term, which means that we need not just y, which we have, it is already given to us. We need also dy dx, which we can obtain from part 1, but we also need a d squared y dx squared because we are supposed to go all the way up to the x squared term. So for d squared y dx squared, which we still don't have, we are going to take the result that is from part 1 and let's differentiate it with respect to x. So differentiating this using the product rule with respect to x, it is going to get me a 1 plus e to the power of x. Differentiating this gives me d squared y dx squared. Then plus differentiating 1 plus e to the power of x is e to the power of x. Writing this down as it is, this completes for me the product rule being applied to this when I differentiate it with respect to x. Then minus away e to the power of x, differentiating it with respect to x is still e to the power of x. This is equal to 0. And I'm going to let x be equal to 0. And I'm going to try to find y. So y is going to be equal to ln 1 plus e to the power of x, which is 0 now. So we have a ln of 1 plus e to the power of 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is going to be ln 2. And let's try to find out what is dy dx when x is equal to 0. dy dx is e to the power of x, which is 0, divided by 1 plus e to the power of x, which is again 0. So we have a 1 over 1 plus 1. So dy dx is 1 over 2. Let's also try to find out what is d squared y dx squared when x is equal to 0. So making d squared y dx squared the subject, we will have to bring this over to the right hand side. It will give me a e to the power of x, which is 0. And dy dx is half when x is equal to 0. So this times half and a minus because we are bringing this over to the right hand side. And if I were to bring this over to the right hand side, it is going to be plus e to the power of 0 divided by 1 plus e to the power of 0. So we have a minus half plus 1 divided by 2. This gives me a 1 over 4, which means that y is going to be equal to f0, and this is f0. So ln 2 plus f prime 0, which is half. So half times x plus f prime prime 0, it is 1 quarter. So we have 1 quarter divided by 2 factorial of x squared and all the way up to infinity. And this is equal to ln 2 plus 1 over 2x plus 1 over 8x squared all the way up to infinity. And then the question says, hence, which means that we're going to make use of the previous results. We are supposed to find the series for e to the power of x divided by 1 plus e to the power of x up to and including the x term. And if you can remember when we were doing part 1, when we try to find dy dx, what did we get? Or we can just re-express this, okay? What did we get? We got a e to the power of x divided by 1 plus e to the power of x. And this is actually what the question is asking for now. So what is e to the power of x over 1 plus e to the power of x? This is dy dx. So we are actually going to be differentiating y with respect to x. And what is y? Y is this that we have just found. So differentiating ln 2 plus 1 over 2x plus 1 over 8x squared and all the way up to infinity by differentiating this with respect to x will give us the series expansion for e to the power of x over 1 plus e to the power of x. So ln 2 is a constant. Differentiating this is 0. Differentiating this is going to be equal to half plus 1 over 8. Differentiating this, we'll get a 2x and all the way up to infinity. So this is equal to 1 over 2 plus 1 quarter x all the way up to infinity. And now in part 3, we are supposed to verify this that we have found in the previous part. So I'm going to start with still definitely e to the power x, 1 plus e to the power x. And to verify this, the question actually gave us a hint. We are supposed to use the formula in our formula sheet. And to use what we have in our formula sheet, I'm going to retain this e to the power of x. As for the denominator, I'm going to rewrite it as 1 plus e to the power of x to the power of minus 1. So for e to the power of x, I'm going to make use of this. And since the question says that we are supposed to verify what we have from the previous part, we're interested in only up to the x term. So for e to the power of x, I'm going to just write down the first two terms. So this is going to be 1 plus x. And for the rest, I'm going to just leave it in the dot dot dot. As for this e to the power of x, I am also going to re-express it into a form that is like this. So we have a 1 plus x plus dot dot dot. And this is going to be to the power of minus 1. So what we have now is going to be a 1 plus x plus dot dot dot. Let's just remove the plus dot dot dot. So I'm going to use an approximation notation, removing the plus dot dot dot. As for this, we have a 2 plus x, removing the plus dot dot dot. It is going to be to the power of minus 1. We can expand this further using the formula that we have in our formula sheet, which is this over here. So if I were to make use of this under the Maclaurin's expansion, the first term here is 1. So let's factorize out this 2. So we have a 1 plus x, factorizing out 2, it will be 2 to the power of minus 1. And we are going to be left with a 1 plus half x. So we have this to the power of minus 1. And 2 to the power of minus 1 is half. So we have a half 1 plus x. And expanding this all the way up to the x term, it is going to be 1, like what we have here. 1 plus n is going to be minus 1. So minus 1. Then half x, and the next term is going to get me an x squared, so I'm going to ignore that. So I'm going to just put it into the plus dot 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 again. So this is equal to half of 1 plus x. This will be evaluated to 1 minus half x plus dot dot dot. Let's expand this further. So it will be half. This multiplied by this is going to be 1 minus half x. And this multiplied by 1, x multiplied by 1, it will be plus x. And this multiplied by this, we will have a x squared. And I'm going to ignore that because I'm supposed to expand all the way until the x term to verify the previous equation. So plus dot 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 here. So what we're going to be having now is going to be a half of 1 plus half x plus dot dot dot. And now if I were to expand this half in, it is going to get me a half, then this times this, it will be a 1/4 x plus dot dot dot. And this is exactly what we have found out in the previous part, and hence I verified using the formula sheet.